of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. Duckworth. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 87 yards. Play action, it's Burrow.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They're going to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He finds his man, Pollard. 2nd and 9.
To number 28. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Duckworth. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Burrow now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
At the Browns, 34.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Once again, Judkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
That's good for the Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Give up the middle, Judkins. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the draw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals have recovered it. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. Just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. It's Armstrong. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. McCray. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Operating from the gun. Duckworth. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Second and 6.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. 4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Duckworth.
At the 30-yard line.
The left side completion to Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
35-yard line.
An inside run to Jenkins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
He's tackled at the 20.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He finds his man. Complete. That's Leonard.
The pass on second down.
Third and 5.
Complete to number 84. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun. Duckworth able to get away. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Cincinnati set to take over once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Looking to throw. Duckworth. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now they go play action now. Burrow
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
from the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They go play action here on 1st down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A give, here's Judkins.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
That's a gain of 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Duckworth.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's good for our Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's getting the quarterback? Who's getting the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Burrow on play action. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
A 36-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Duckworth. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before break. Duckworth. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Duckworth. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Duckworth. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Duckworth. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. McCray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Intended for number 89.
One 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now Donald, a fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bengals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches didn't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
Burrow going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCray. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
Now a give right side. McCray trying to run inside, but nothing there.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McDonald. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This one from 46 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Or if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Second and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This offense so far on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
The Browns send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Second down and 3.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw here.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Browns.
They'll try the left side. McDonald.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Bengals first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Down at the 2-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Burrow loses the football.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Duckworth. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Back to throw. Duckworth. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 17.
Looking to throw. Duckworth. Under pressure, and down he goes. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Play action. It's Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. That's Armstrong.
From the 29, here's second and 3.
At the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Now Burrow.
Brings up second and 3.
Pollard the target on the crossing route, and he's got it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Covington. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Setting up a screen for Judkins.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
First down, right back to Judkins. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain of 15 yards.
On first down, here's Judkins. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
10 more yards.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They'll give it to Judkins.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, It's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.